Don't believe hustle culture. Oh yeah, I only sleep 2 hours a day. That's bullshit, bro. Sleep is the foundation for everything in your life. Close your eyes and imagine a teenager. He's 16 years old and addicted to video games. When he comes home from school, he eats some cereal with fucking high amounts of sugar and some processed orange juice. Then he goes to his room and hops on Fortnite. He pops a Monster energy drink and eats some donuts. Then he sits there for hours just grinding with his friends. And without even realizing it, it's now 1 o'clock. Fuck, he has to wake up for school at 7 a.m. the next morning. He literally sat there for 5-6 hours, so now he's sweaty and disgusting. He jumps in the shower and goes to bed. It's now 1:30 and he can't fall asleep. His body is filled with caffeine and adrenaline. This was me 4 years ago, and it literally happened on a regular basis. Sleep was my lowest priority, and that leads me to the first step. Identify as a professional sleeper. Yeah, this might sound ridiculous, but sleep is one of the most important things for every other aspect of your life. So make sleep your priority. Sleep literally improves your relationship, your capacity to learn, your capacity to work, your fucking gym sessions. Sleep improves everything, so make it your priority. You take sleep seriously because you want to be successful. You are a professional sleeper. Let's go back to 16-year-old me. At this time in my life, I had no sleep schedule. My body had no idea when it was sleep time, and that led to poor sleep and poor performance. I would literally sleep in class in school. I didn't listen to what the teacher was saying. I didn't learn anything. And that leads me to the first action step. Create a sleep schedule. And do this straight after the video. Don't bullshit yourself. Oh, I don't need a sleep schedule. Bro, you fucking do. Decide when you're going to bed and when you're going to wake up. I'm not forcing you to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to bed at 8:30. You literally decide when you want to go to bed, and it should be roughly the same every day. And that includes the weekend. We don't just want to fuck up our sleep schedule because it's the weekend. And yes, of course, there's going to be days when you don't go to bed on time. And there's going to be days when you don't feel like waking up. I like what Andrew Huberman says. He says we should aim for good sleep 80% of the nights. 20% of the other nights are like partying, being with friends, staying up late, not being able to sleep, all those other things. If you can do that, that's great. And you should have at least 8.5 hours in bed. Don't believe the propaganda. It's less than 1% of the population that can live on 6 hours of sleep. Let me tell you a funny story about my older brother. A few years ago, we ran this race in our hometown. It's like 6 kilometers straight up a mountain, the hardest race I've ever ran. And I remember him being super pumped before the race. And keep in mind, this was like 6 p.m. after school and work. He actually ended up winning the race. I came in second. But the next day he told me he literally lied in bed all night long with wide open eyes, just staring into the roof. Before the race, he had drank 2 Red Bulls and ate 2 energy bars. He was so stimulated from all the caffeine, he couldn't sleep at all. Caffeine actually uses around 12 hours to get completely out of your system. And even though you might be, oh, I drink coffee at 7 p.m. and I sleep like a baby. Yes, you might fall asleep, but your sleep gets disturbed and it gets worse. You should abstain from caffeine 10 to 12 hours prior to sleep. You should also withstand from caffeine the first 90 to 120 minutes after waking. I'm not going to go into the like science and stuff like that, but essentially when you wake up, you're tired and your body has to get rid of all that tiredness, to use the simple terms. It's like a molecule. I'm not an expert, but when you drink coffee or something else with caffeine, it blocks this process. And okay, yeah, you might feel awake now, but later in the day, you will get that tiredness back. Hence why you get a crash in the evening. It's like when you have a headache, you eat the pain medication. Oh, the headache is gone. But when that wears down, you still have a headache. You didn't cure the cause. If you want the science-based information, just search up Andrew Huberman and he'll explain it in a scientific way. Instead, to feel awake, you can take a cold shower, exercise, view sunlight. This will give you a healthy cortisol response, which will wake your body up and let you know you're awake. You want the healthy cortisol response early in the morning. And after doing this for a few days, your body will naturally wake up early, so you won't need an alarm. You know how athletes prepare for their competition? They eat the same food, listen to the same music, and when they arrive at the stadium, they have their little rituals. But why? To let their body know it's game time. You might have experienced this yourself. You might have a certain playlist you listen to when you work out, and when you listen to that, your body knows it's about to work hard. And we can actually apply this to ourselves when it comes to sleep. Create a wind down routine to let your body know it's sleep time. Mine is I brush my teeth and put my phone away. Don't use your phone before bed, or at least put on the night mode, preferably even blue light blockers. Then I go to bed and cuddle a bit with my girlfriend. Then I read a bit. Then I meditate for literally just 3 to 5 minutes. This is just to calm my mind down and get ready for sleep. And when I close my eyes to sleep, I literally fall asleep instantly. Less than 3 minutes. I'm not even kidding, bro. It's as simple as that. And another tip I have for you is, if it's possible, don't do any other things than sleep in your bedroom. And yes, my bed is here. I don't follow this tip myself. Your bedroom is your holy place. That's where you sleep, and your mind will get accustomed to that and know it's sleep time. And as you can see, you don't have to follow every single tip in this video, but try to implement as many as you can and see what works for you.